You are now checked in to Stand Up New York Labs. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
No, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me.
I'm rusty. This is crazy.
Yeah,
you look like an actual DJ with that hat.
Oh,
And
yeah.
You're in a different seat.
Yeah, you're
very
in
strange.
a funk. Something, I can feel it.
What do you mean?
I can feel it.
No funk.
That's funk.
I'm having a bad day.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, Monday and Tuesday I had 2 great days, but at day 3 I got stressed.
I'm telling you, I hate this cold.
I gotta get rid of that cold.
Oh, jeez.
Oh boy. All right. Well, let's get the clock
Can we
started.
get
All
the
right.
clock moving?
I like to move. We like the clock moving first. I know it's backwards
Yeah.
for you guys. Let's start at 8 seconds, huh?
All right, should I start or you start?
Let me start. I didn't care for that thing you said about me being off. What'd you say?
I'm not saying you're off. I'm saying you're in a funk.
Oh, funk. Funk isn't bad.
No!
Funk is a good music. I mean, I don't care for it, but why is funk so negative? I'm in a funk.
It can be a smell. You can smell funky.
Oh, funky. But
Taste
Marky Mark
funky.
and the Funky Bunch, well, that sucks.
That was bad.
Yeah. Black, white, green, feel the vibrations.
Oh, God.
But he's a pretty good actor, though.
He's not bad.
Well, he's good if he plays a guy from Boston.
That's about it.
Yeah, doesn't have a lot of range.
And
The one with the bees is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Bees. Wait, come again? The honeybees?
M. Night Shyamalan. You see that one?
Oh,
It's
there's a
the
couple.
hardest I've ever laughed. There's bees and Mark Wahlberg. The bees are disappearing and people just start jumping off of buildings.
Ah, no, I missed that one.
What's it called? We're talking about producer John here. What's that one called? The Mark Wahlberg M. Night Shyamalan. Call in if you have. I know it's
Please.
early to call in.
Yeah.
Dan Bulger and I went and saw it in the theaters, and like the opening scene, people start just walking off of buildings and falling face first,
Oh,
and we're
wow.
howling, laughing, and people were turning around looking at us like they were mad at us. But it's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That M. Night, he nailed it once and just could never get it back on the wagon.
And that movie was pretty good.
It was
The
pretty good.
Sixth Sense.
It was
like a pretty good movie.
It was all based on one twist. That's
yeah,
it.
the twist and.
But he got Bruce Willis, and the acting was
Forrest
good.
Gump Jr. in there.
Right.
The Happening. Yeah.
Yes.
Not to be confused with What's Happening, which is a much better thing.
Much better show.
I've never seen it, but
Also directed by M. Night.
is that true?
No.
Oh boy.
He was a young one then.
But anyway, so I guess I'm not in a funk. We had a great day yesterday.
Great day. I'm just saying you seem a little down.
I'm a little miffed. Here's what happened. Well, a couple things. I mean, this story, maybe I shouldn't be telling it. I don't know. I'm not very good at show business, but I got a commercial agent. They send me out like once every 9 years. They send me on a thing.
Yeah, I got the same problem.
They send me, I think we have the same agent.
I think
Well,
we do.
did, yeah.
Marla?
Jeez, you gotta say, what are you saying, a name?
Well, do you think Marla's listening?
She might be.
Oh, she's not good enough of an agent to
A
listen.
lot of people are listening. Look at the phones. They're lit up.
They are lit
This
up.
show is blowing up.
It's all about the happening.
We got about... All right, we got to open up a second line. One for the Happening, one for Marla.
Yes. Marla's on the red phone.
Oh, boy.
All right, so
Trying to think of a period joke there, but I couldn't do it. So
Marla?
they send me on a commercial. Every 6 months, they're like, we got a commercial for you. This one is a local barbecue commercial with no dialogue. That's the kind of commercials I'm getting sent out on.
Wow.
We don't need anyone to talk. It pays $100. Call list. Get them up.
$100.
Get them up and at 'em.
Oh, boy.
So I go there, and I hate these auditions.
They're the
folks.
worst. They're the worst.
You get there, and it's just a bunch of people that look like you,
Yes,
but better looking.
A little bit better.
Everyone looks like you if you showered that morning.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
And-
everyone shampooed and
And there's a little more muscle tone and better shoes.
certainly, yeah. Everyone, I have the worst shoes there are. Although I just got a new pair of kicks over here. 50
Yeah,
bucks.
they're very bright.
They're not bad. So anyways, I go there and there's literally no dialogue in the commercial. So it's you go in with 2 other guys. It's 3 guys. Mm-hmm. One is gets to wear an apron and mime. He gets a spatula and an apron. So he gets something to work with.
Oh, that's a ton. That's a huge advantage.
Of course. An apron, I could be Brando with an apron.
Right. An apron changed the whole
I'd
game.
be wiping my mouth with it. I could do a lot with it.
Kiss
you know?
the cook. That's gold.
Right. A spatula, I'm scratching my back. And
Yes.
everyone, oh, geez, Bruce. You can play with it.
Yeah, Bruce.
So anyway, I'm just standing there. And they go, okay, well, there's no dialogue in the commercial, but feel free to improvise. And I just hate the whole thing, so I'm bitter, and I just sit there with my hands in my pockets. I'm like, I'm not miming shit. I'm not doing any improv. What am I, fucking, you know? So anyways, the guy's flipping the spatulas or whatever. He's pretending to do a big flip, which I thought was pretentious.
Yeah.
He's flipping the burger like anyone actually does that.
Like it would go 10 feet in the air.
Yeah, he's
then
doing
you catch
that.
It. Yeah.
And the other guy on his other side is like, hey, man, boy, he's a black guy. I'm just trying to paint a picture here.
Sure, paint it.
But he's like, he's like, hey, look, I'm starving here. Look at me, I'm hungry. Give me that big, look at that juicy steak.
Oh, yeah.
Like letting people know he can. I can do that.
Right,
it's
right.
Not impressive.
Oh boy,
I don't say one word. I say 0 words.
Oh,
I look
wow.
into the camera.
Yeah.
I'm looking around. 30 seconds it goes on. Hey, give me the juicy one, bro. All right.
Right.
And they go, all right, that's a wrap. Say your names, Joe, fucking Bob, Pete, whatever. And then an hour later, I get an email. Block off the date. You're coming back. We need you.
Wow.
It's a summation of show business.
Right.
You don't give a fuck.
They don't give. It's about your look. That guy had a good look. He
Just
looks
a look.
every man. The
Looks
other guy
like a
was
goof.
sweating his balls off, making these steak puns. You know, he got.
Right.
He probably got nothing.
Right. Yeah. So then I can't even do the date. So then they're gonna hate me. Now I'm never gonna get booked again. I'm in Cincinnati for Go Bananas.
You lose $100 and you probably lose a nickname. We'd probably call you BBQ from now on or something.
But I got the first commercial I ever went out for.
I know that's unheard of.
National. I made like 20 grand.
What?
A Captain Morgan commercial.
Wow.
Over like 5 years.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah, I said vagina. That's how I got it. We're supposed to be hanging up these posters of ourselves and trying to get into this club. You can YouTube it.
Oh, I don't think
called,
I've ever seen it.
It's called Captain Morgan, the Four Guys. How could you not see it?
I think
supposed to be close.
Was it on your website?
It's on my website.
Yeah, then I've seen it.
It was on TV a lot. And I went in there and I was like, they like, just pretend you're looking for girls. And we were all standing there. I went, vagina. And they all laughed. Yeah, and they were like,
Wow.
you got it.
Wow.
I said vagina. So now every time I go on audition, I just say vagina. They're like, this is a bar of soap. Vagina.
Right.
This is for shoes. Vagina shoes.
Yeah. This is a foolproof plan, folks.
So
Well-
if you're in the business, say vagina, or just be angry and have your hands in your pockets.
There you go. Don't say a word. It's funny you bring this audition up because I just had an audition and I blew it. I totally blew it, and I was killing. It was a Tina Fey movie. I think I told you about this. Tina Fey movie. I'm
She's
supposed
great.
to play the role of the guy who's always on, which I'm like, I got this.
That's your role, baby.
I can do it, yeah. So the lines were silly. I'm at a wedding. I'm yelling out stuff to the bride and groom, and I'm just improvising a little. I'm humping stuff, just overdoing it like crazy. They're all dying behind the camera. I'm killing. I was in a good place.
Right.
And so I'm like, don't marry him. It's a mistake. And then I go, fuck these faggots.
Oh, wow.
I don't know where it came from.
Jesus.
It
It came from your heart, buddy.
I guess so. And the guy behind the camera just went white, and both cameras just wilted. They pointed to the ground.
Yeah, that's that word. You might as well say kikes.
Yeah.
I mean, this is showbiz.
I yelled it too, and I went outside after, and everybody was like, "Whoa, what happened in there?" I was like, "It was in the script." I'm so embarrassed. And the
Gee
guy
whiz.
was a gay guy out there. It was brutal, and a lot of women.
Of course, it's gay. That's what the business is. Gay guy and women.
Gay guys and women, yeah. And the camera guy was speechless because he was like, "You were doing so well. What the hell happened? Oh my god!" And I could just read his eyes. And the
Wow.
girl who was reading it was grossed out, and she
You're
was
like
cute.
It sounds like you're like a southern politician. We're gonna
Right.
rise above, and we're gonna lower taxes and get rid of these faggots.
Right. Fuck them fags. I don't know what I was thinking.
Wow, that's
It just-
impressive.
I was trying to be funny. It came out. Oh boy. So
DePaulo's got a story. He may not want me to tell this story, but we'll find out after it airs.
Yeah.
But I don't think him and Marla are sitting together listening to this. But,
well,
but he had a story.
he's angry either way.
He went to pitch a show 20 years ago in L.A., and the beginning of the meeting, there was a pregnant woman. And he was like, the first episode is I throw my pregnant wife down the stairs. Being funny.
Right.
That's not really, but she was stone-faced, and they were just were like, get out of here. And they sent him right back to New York.
People in the industry, it's ironic. They're in the comedy world, zero sense of humor. They have nothing. Zero. They're just suits who are like, you got a good look. You're hot right now. We've heard good things. Everybody's talking about you. And you go, here's a joke. And they go, I don't get it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a bad business. Sorry, I get a little flustered. I have a big long hair stuck in my microphone. It's tickling my nostrils. I hate it. I think I found it, though.
There you go.
The one I found looks shorter than the one that I felt.
Yes.
But it
You
could be the one.
ever walk into a spider web
Of course.
That's a bad moment.
Yeah. Regan does a great joke about it.
Oh.
Yeah, you look like a psycho because no one else can see the spider web.
Right,
So
right.
you just look like a maniac.
Oh, that is a good joke.
Which is similar to Carlin's joke. Deaf people think that dancing people are out of their minds.
I've never heard that.
No, that's a classic Carlin.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Boy, you wonder why these guys make it.
Yep, it's jokes like that.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to throw this out here before I forget it because I know I'm going to forget it. This isn't a story, but coming up in a couple of weeks, May 3rd, Saturday, May 3rd, big benefit up in Massachusetts if you're in the New England area. Avon, Mass, the Avon VFW for my uncle's fire department, the Holbrook Fire Department. My uncle and got a bunch of buddies over there at the Holbrook Fire Department. I got Greg Stone and Anthony DeVito coming up.
Oh,
Tom
boy.
Dustin. It's
Love
going to be a
those
hot
guys.
one. All the money goes right to the fire department. We ain't making shit.
Is that right?
Yeah, so
Wow.
well, we're making a little.
There you
But you know what I mean. So I wanted to throw that out there. But now back to the show. I mean,
Yes.
Mark, what's going on? I haven't seen you in weeks. First of all, you're looking healthier than last time I saw you a few days ago.
Thank you.
You've been a little under the weather, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I've also been sleeping on your couch or your bed. Maybe
My
that's-
bed?
Maybe that's helped me out. I'm worried about getting herpes a little from the thread count.
You can't just get the herpes from the sheet.
Well, I've been fucking them.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't put that pillowcase on your head though. Have you been doing that at all?
I've been sleeping on it.
Geez, that's a problem.
Oh boy.
Well, we'll talk after.
All right. So yeah, geez, I have so much to get into here. I hope we have the time, and we do. So I don't know if everyone knows this. I can't remember what I said last time, but I basically had the busiest week of my life, and I was sick as a dog the whole time, not knowing what I had. I thought I had AIDS. I had every symptom on the website. White tongue, fatigue, distended belly, bags under my eyes, red eyes, blurred vision, diarrhea. I had diarrhea for 16 days.
Wow.
In a row. I had
Wow.
hard shit today. I prayed to Allah. It was amazing.
Wow, you'd think you'd look thinner.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I think I have put on a few pounds, though. I got to cut back.
No, you look slim. I was just joking.
Oh, I think I have.
No, boy, I feel like I fucked up the whole show
I
here.
pinched an inch in the mirror today. I panicked.
Oh, boy.
I'm just
So
kidding.
you got diarrhea for 6 days.
Yeah, so I recorded my album. I did Last Comic Standing, and I did the half hour all in a week. And I just went nuts, and I was drinking every night because I was so anxiety-ridden from this disease I had.
Right.
I didn't know what it was. I started to get a yeast infection.
Oh, my
on the
God.
genitalia, which
What are
I've
you,
had.
my aunt?
I know. I've had one before, so I knew what it was. So I go to the doctor. I never go to the doctor. I'm an ox. I fight through everything. I don't get sick.
Ox.
I'm an ox. It's funny that ox is the thing we use to show how strong we are. Yeah, so I go to the doctor. I have no insurance. I'm an outlaw, baby. You know, it's illegal not to have insurance.
Yeah, it's been in the news lately.
Yeah.
I've chatted about it a little bit. You didn't know communism was a big deal.
So yeah, I finally go to this quack in Glendale in L.A. I'm already living in a hotel in L.A. It's very foreign. I'm sick. I'm off. I'm on TV. I'm on NBC sick.
Right.
Weird. It's a weird, surreal feeling. Roseanne is yelling at me. What do you look terrible? What's wrong with you? I'm like, you're Roseanne. You look awful too. You know.
Right.
So
For my money, there's nothing funnier than a doctor being called a quack.
it's pretty damn good.
It's really fun.
I love a quack.
All right, keep going.
So I go to this quack. It's like a clinic, one of these free dive bar clinics. You go in. There's a fish tank and like Jay-Z playing.
Right.
It's very awkward. So I go in. There's like the Mediterranean woman. She's like, "What do you need?" I was like, "I think I'm dying." She's like, "All right, sit down." So she's like, "The real doctor's not in, but we got another guy."
A quack.
Yeah, and I was like, "What do you mean another guy?" She's like, he's been a doctor for years. He's just not our usual doctor. I was like, "Why are you telling me this? Just give me a doctor."
Yeah, it's a weird thing to tell you.
Yeah, so I was already a little off. So I go in, I look terrible, I'm just wet, I'm sweating, I'm fat, I'm gay. So I sit down on the butcher paper. This tiny guy comes in, he's brown, white hair. He looks like the guy from Royal Tenenbaum's Pagoda.
Oh, yeah.
You remember
yeah.
him?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah,
he's
he's in
also
all-
in Rushmore.
Yeah, he's in a couple of the Wes Andersons. So he comes in, he's like, "All right, what's the problem?" And he dismisses every symptom I say. I'm like, I'm hoarse, I'm like, I'm so sick, my tongue is white. He's like, "You're thirsty." And I'm like, "Okay." And then I'm like, "What about my stomach? I'm bloated." He's like, you put on a few pounds." I was like, "You don't even know me." Everything I said, I was like, "Well, I'm fatigued. He's like, you need a nap. And I'm like, well, I'm stressed out. I got crazy anxiety. I'm depressed a little bit. Something's wrong with my nervous system. And he's like, what do you do? I'm like, I'm a comic. And he goes, well, you know what happens? You probably bomb a lot. You know, it's hard to do. So this guy's just shitting all over me.
Jerk.
Yeah, he's a bit of a jerk.
He's probably in the business. You're out in L.A. They're all actors. He's probably bitter.
He was too ugly. But he was just like, blah, blah, blah. Then, you know, he's giving me nothing. And then eventually he goes, so can you get me tickets? Can you get me tickets to a show? And I was like, I guess. And so I guess I get the guy tickets.
Tickets to what? Last Comic?
No, the Improv. I was doing a spot at the Improv. So I got him tickets. I made a call. It's like, hey, can I put this pagoda-looking fucker on the list? And
that's hilarious.
Yeah, so thank God he drew some blood to take a blood test, because I was like, I think I have HIV. And this is the funny thing about the medical profession. They get pretty racist when you're just in that room with them.
Right.
He's like, look, you gay? I'm like, no. He's like, you're not black. You're fine. I was like, oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's pretty standard. I've gotten in this argument before, this discussion on Robert Kelly's podcast. But
Yeah.
pretty much white heterosexual men do not have to worry about AIDS.
I mean,
Unless you're a drug addict. Yes. Look at the numbers. It's
I
crazy.
know, yeah, I guess so. But to tell that to the website, the AIDS website, it's a lot of whitey in suit. There's like a guy in a suit, like,
PC.
holding his stomach. Yeah, I guess
This is
so.
where you got to be politically correct.
I know, but that's so stupid. It's like, hey, if this is the statistics, let's adjust the website accordingly. But,
Right.
you know.
But people might get upset. I tried doing a bit about that a long time ago. I was waiting at the waiting room at the STD clinic, like 11 days in a row. I had some problems.
Yeah.
Pretty well documented. You'll find out.
11 days in a row, really?
Not 11 days in a row, but I was going there twice a week for a while. I had to keep going back and get creams and ointments and matches and a knife.
Wow.
It was a whole thing.
Going camping.
Yeah. And, so I had to keep going back there, and they played the video on a loop. They played this like 10-minute video about how the African American community is riddled with AIDS.
Oh, wow.
And there's a 10-minute video about how the homosexual community is riddled with AIDS. And then there's like an 8-minute video about the drug community has AIDS.
Uh-huh.
And then it goes back to the original video. So I was like, I think this is just the results of my test.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no video for
That's
us.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It never worked.
It's
The joke never worked.
right. A lot of needles. You can't do the needles. That'll give you the AIDS, I hear.
Yeah. The drug, that's what the drugs, because you're sharing the needles and the
Right.
blood or whatever. I tell you about at the clinic when the woman gave me I had herpes, I was breaking out open sores.
Yeah.
And this woman, she had to like claw out and get a sample.
Ah.
You know the thing with the dentist with the little hook?
Yes.
She was using one of those things on my dick with open sores, and I was like, I was freaking out. I was screaming and crying, and I was like
Wow.
hitting her. And she was like, you are baby. She's like, yo, baby, relax.
What?
And I was like, this is unusual.
Yes.
I have my penis is cut open, and you're putting a prong in there.
Right. Also, how many babies have herpes, huh?
Yes.
This is a man's disease.
Exactly.
Wow. So, all right. So the guy takes the blood. He sticks me like 8 times. I'm like, how do you get AIDS again? He's like, AIDS, needles. I'm like, oh, great. So he's sticking me. Finally finds a vein. It's super awkward because you got to pretend like it doesn't hurt, even though it kind of does. And if you're seeing blood go into a tube, it's very awkward. So he gets the blood. I pee in a cup, which was weird because I was walking out and they go, "Do you want to take a urine test?" And I was like, "Should I?" And they're like, "You probably should." And they're like, "Oh, well, that'll be an extra $20."
Oh,
So I had to
wow.
hand her a $20 bill and pee in a cup. It was a very weird experience.
I think our healthcare system might be flawed.
Yeah, you think? And now I got to go buy it too. But I spent
Urine?
the plan.
Oh, the health insurance. Yeah, legally we have to.
So yeah, I peed in the cup. They gave him the blood. This is on like a Tuesday. I do Last Comic Standing. I can't say much about it, obviously. Yada yada yada. And then I get back to New York. I'm still sick as a dog. I still have no idea what I have. The doctor visit was it was moot. It was a huge waste. I go to New Haven, Connecticut.
You're causing feedback every time you
Oh,
touch
am
that.
I?
You're not hearing that?
No.
Oh, touch it again. Listen. You're not getting it in your thing? It's coming
No.
in my thing. It's going,
oh, jeez. I have no...
oh, that's why I was telling you not
I
to.
thought you were just nervous.
Oh, no.
For those
it's
at
making
home,
a
I
noise.
was touching a wire, and it was making a noise in his cans and not mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if they can hear it.
So I go to do this gig in New Haven. Now it's Friday night. Do the gig. Everybody there is like, "You look terrible. You all right? What's wrong?" You're like visibly ill.
Right.
I'm hoarse. I have no voice. I'm headlining when you're hoarse is a horrifying experience. You're like, "Am I right?" You're getting all these cracks in the voice, and
Right.
you're not smooth at all. So I go home. The next day I wake up and I'm like, I'm calling this doctor, but I was so scared of the results. But after a while, you're just shitting water. You're sick. You got to do something. So
Terrifying.
I call the clinic that I had gone to. I get the real doctor.
Oh, good.
Yes, the lady goes, I call her and I go, hey, it's Mark Norman. She goes, Mark Normand. Yes, you need to come in.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow. What the hell? The worst thing to say. I'm like, come in. I'm in Connecticut. She's like, oh, boy. All right, well, let me put the doctor on. So the doctor gets on. He goes, oh, boy, bad news. Bad news.
Oh, boy.
How are they allowed to say that? Just give me the news.
Right.
So I go, oh, God, give it to me straight, doc. I can take it. What is it? I know it's something bad. I've been dying all week. And he goes, you have a thing called H? I heard H.
Right.
Knees went out, legs flowing.
Right.
I'm laying on the bed. The room is spinning. And he says, you have a thing called H. pylori. Which is a bacteria you get from eating some weird shit. Like people usually get it on vacation to Mexico or something.
Wow.
Eating my stomach lining, and the reason I'm so fucked up and fatigued is because my body was trying to save itself and heal itself, but it couldn't because it was overworked.
Wow.
So I'm boozing every night, so that's not helping. I'm eating comedy club food every week, all night.
That's probably where you got the H. calorie.
Probably, yeah.
Some of the Daryl Hammond chicken wings.
yeah, they do a great Clinton. So, I ecstatic, because when you think you have HIV, you'll take anything. Like if somebody's like, your asshole is bleeding permanently, I'm like, great, I can deal with that.
Right.
So he's like, yeah, you got H. pylori, you need a ton of antibiotics, you need them now, this thing is live, living inside you, yada yada. So I was like, go send him to this doctor at Duane Reade on the corner or whatever. I felt 1,000 times better just getting the diagnosis.
Right. The diagnosis is everything.
Yeah, it is.
That's why people go to therapy. Like, you go there and they're like, this, do you have panic disorder? And I'm like, oh, there's a name for
Yes.
it? I'm fine.
Right.
I'll see
Other
you later.
people have this.
You just don't want to be the one guy with a new thing. You
Right.
don't want Norman's disease
Yes.
out there.
How about Lou Gehrig? That's gotta suck.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Oof. Yeah, you got a new thing, we'll name it after you.
Right. Well, that's not bad.
Yeah, I guess.
Kind of nice.
But it's also now every time people hear your name, it's either something great or something terrible.
Right.
Hey, you play like Lou Gehrig. Thank you. Hey, you have Lou Gehrig's disease. Thank you. All right. So, so that night, I went all balls to the wall. I got shithoused at the club. I killed. I had 2 great sets. Joker's Wild, and went home the next day, went straight to that pharmacy, and I just took the pills in the Duane Reade.
Right.
No water. I just took them all. I was like, I'm curing this fucking thing.
Eat them like nerds. I noticed I came up, you're staying at my bedroom.
Yes.
I stay at my girls. I came home. I thought somebody had brought me a present. You got like 9 bottles of drugs in there.
I know.
That's insane.
And I got to take them all, they said.
That's crazy. There's 4 different things in there.
Yeah.
You're mixing and matching.
I know. It was a serious thing. He's like, I don't want to say people have died, but
I bet they've died. Go with it. Come on, this is a story
people have
show.
died.
They die
Yes,
instantly.
yes.
What are you
People
kidding?
die all the time from H. pylori. If you've had it, call in. I'd like to hear.
Boy, well, the phones are still lit up from the Marla thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Marla's pissed. Marla actually booked the happening. She got.
Is that right?
Yeah, she got people in.
Oh
that.
boy, that's gonna be trouble.
Yeah. So it's good to be back. I'll tell you, when you're sick and you don't know what it is, it's the worst feeling.
Yeah. But that's what hypochondria is.
Yes.
You just have that 100% of the time.
Right. But it's validated because your symptoms are crazy.
Right. It's terrifying.
Like I've never been one of those guys who just walks around like, I bet I have cancer. I'm sure I have cancer. I got leukemia, But
right.
Yeah, shitting water and the sweating and all that.
See, I thought you were just stressed out. It was a stressful time, but
no. But you actually did calm me down quite a bit. Those texts, I needed that.
Oh well, thanks. That's what I'm here for, buddy boy.
Yeah, you were doing City Steam. I'm texting you. I have AIDS. I know it. And you're like, there's no way you do. HPV guaranteed. No way you have AIDS.
Oh
you're
yeah,
a good friend.
City Steam. Well, I try my best, buddy. That's what holds it all together is just being friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Am
you
I
need
right
those
there?
friends.
I was like you said, I was at City Steam in Hartford, Connecticut. Wonderful club. You might remember some stories from New Year's Eve there. I tried canceling. It was a whole ordeal.
Oh yeah,
been working there for years.
Great room.
This time I'm there. And UConn is in the Final Four.
Oh boy.
University of Connecticut. I don't know if you know this. Hartford capital of Connecticut.
I knew that.
So game starts at 6:18. Show starts at 7. I'm on stage for the entire second half
Wow.
of the championship game.
Wow.
The bar upstairs is packed. Everyone's there. That's like City Steam is like the only good bar in Hartford. It's like
Yeah.
a brewery. It's like where people go.
It's not a good town.
It's 200 years old. No, Mark Twain's house is cool. We went there
yeah,
together
we went to that.
time.
Yeah, it's all insurance. That's it. It's just buildings based on insurance.
Yeah, no one really lives in Hartford.
Yeah.
I was doing the joke. Mark Twain got a great house, beautiful mansion, one of the richest people in the country. I don't understand why he built his house across the street from the projects, though. That's good fun if you...
I'm sure that kills in Hartford.
Yeah, well, I think elsewhere, I think people can put it together.
Yeah,
that
that's
they built
true.
projects
But-
across the street from his house.
I think it helps if you've seen the projects.
All right, well, I don't want to get in a big thing about the projects.
Oh, boy.
So anyways, I'm in Hartford. Bar upstairs is packed, watching the game. It's an old building, so it's
Yeah.
thin, so I'm trying to work. I'm on stage.
Are you getting any draw? Are you getting any audience?
It's pretty packed down there.
Okay, cool.
But here's the situation. There's to my right, it's like a group of like 60 people. It's a birthday party, but clearly they booked the birthday party before they realized UConn was going to be in the finals.
Right.
So there's like 30 guys upstairs from the thing, and everyone else's phone is lit up. They're literally high-fiving during my set because
Wow.
they're following it on their phone.
Wow.
They're like, "There's for 3, yeah!" And they're like high-fiving. I look up, and there's a whole thing where people are like, this generation with their cell phones.
Right.
I stopped the whole show. Everyone's in their 50s. I counted cell phones lit up on the table. You know how people put their phones on the table? There's 16 phones.
Wow.
Just 2 rows of 8. Everyone has their phone up. I'm just like, look at this. 1, 2. Everyone's mid-50s. Everyone's phone is lit up. They're watching the game. Upstairs at City Steam, they blow a big foghorn. Have you been there? No. Like when someone gives a big tip, you know, if you tip like 30%, it goes... I mean, it's like it fucking shakes the city.
Oh, wow.
And so that's going off literally every time they make a bucket.
Oh, that should be so unallowed during a comedy show.
Of course, but they don't give a shit. There's more people
Yeah.
watching the game. They don't care
Right,
about the
right.
comedy.
Yeah.
So every 4 minutes, I'm like, boy, I have a lot of anxiety. I went to and I have to like literally pause, and I'm like, so in yoga, this woman's like, let me just put my legs over my head. Yeah, that's kind of and
Right.
it's literally doing that. People are going ape shit, the whole thing. And I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm a chaperone at this point.
Yes.
And then these people start talking. Then they bring out the checks. So now
Oh,
people are
boy.
getting checks. They're reading their phone. The game ends. I can hear people screaming upstairs.
Yeah.
The game ends. I have like 8 minutes left. 20 guys file downstairs and like find their seats now. And now they're just going to watch the show with 8 minutes left.
Right.
They're coming in like sitting there like, all right, let's see what this guy has to
Right,
say. And I'm like,
right.
well, you're not going to get any of the fucking
this backstory
jokes.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm just in the middle of a bit, and the guy's just looking at me confused. 'Cause he
Ah.
just watched a basketball game. Meanwhile, I'd rather be watching the basketball
Right,
game as
right.
well. So that was just a nightmare. And
How great! I just realized is athletes don't have to do anything. I mean, I guess they have to score a basket, but I don't feel like
That's easy.
athletes worry about the audience at all. Our whole job is worrying about the audience and are they watching? Are they paying attention? I need you to pay attention.
Not only that, the audience is like they're forced to pretend to.
Yes,
Like their agent
yes.
has to be like, hey, you gotta fucking smile every once in a while. Oh, right. Oh, thanks, guys.
Right.
And they gotta like mention it, but they don't actually give a shit about the fans. I really believe they don't actually care for the most part.
Players?
No, they're on a team.
No, they don't care. Yeah,
Because I didn't care when I was on track teams and sports teams. We had no fans. It was our
Right.
parents, but we weren't thinking like we got to win this for our parents.
of course.
You're on the team. You're trying to beat. That's all you actually care about.
Yeah.
Zdeno Chara does not care about me.
Right.
He's not like we got to win the Stanley Cup so Joe List can be happy.
No, he's like, I got to make the money.
yeah, I'm sure they there's part of them that's like, I'm grateful because if they didn't go, I wouldn't be a millionaire. But
Right,
they're not
right.
like, we got to win it for fucking Pete and Bob and Mike and
No,
Dave and the
no.
O'Sullivans.
No way.
So they don't have to care at all.
No, must be nice.
Yeah.
You can just go do your thing and then leave.
Right. But it's nice caring, too.
It is
though.
nice. I was thinking about it on the train today. We have the only art form where there's the payoff is a involuntary response. You know what I mean? Like if you're a painter, you hang your shit up on a wall in a gallery. People walk by and go, "Oh, this is nice, and it's good detail, and I love the composition." Blah blah blah. But ours, successful comedians make you laugh. How
Right.
cool is that?
It's pretty neat.
You know, actors, no one sits there. I guess, but it's the script that's making you laugh, really. I don't
Right.
know. It's a special thing.
It's something, yeah. It's nice. And speaking of which, we're getting all these wonderful messages.
Oh,
and we
boy.
sure do appreciate it. The
Boy,
email, the
they-
Chipotle gift cards.
Oh boy, I ate it today, people.
Unbelievable. A guy came, gave me one in Hartford. I got one in Indianapolis.
Right, I got one in Madison.
Unbelievable.
Too good.
Yeah.
You guys are the best fans.
Appreciate it. And then everyone writes nice things. You're emailing in the email Tuesdayswithstories@gmail.
There it is.
And we sure do appreciate it. Boy, it makes me I feel like George Bailey.
Yes, I got to tell you about this show.
Please.
And I'm sure you've had one of these.
I've had it all, buddy.
Oh yeah, Joker's Wild. Friday show early, great. Friday late show, great. Saturday early show, great. Killer.
2 shows Friday?
No, one show Friday. Sorry, but there was some birthday thing and they let me do a spot. I don't know. It was
I
dumb.
see.
But for Saturday early show, 8:00. Great crowd, like just good people, smart, old, young, black, white, everything, just ready to laugh. Packed in. Saturday late show, all the comics are like, oh boy, get ready for this. This ain't pretty. I'm like, it'll be fine. They're like, no, it's going to be ugly. I was like, how bad could it be? Saturday late show, maybe 30 people. It's every different person in the book. I got like a guy who looks like Orville Redenbacher, white hair, overalls. I got like the thuggy black guys, the crazy Puerto Ricans with the neck tattoos, and like gold teeth. And then you got like a weird Asian group that doesn't speak English. It was everything.
Wow.
And
A potpourri.
a potpourri of people. And I'll tell you, no one went. It did go well. They had a host bomb. The guest set, struggled. And it's not to their fault. They're all funny guys, funny comics. But everyone's struggling. The feature goes up. Porch. And he's like a high energy guy, and he's trying, and the only thing that's working is just shitting on him, riffing. Look at the black
Right.
guy. Oh, you bet you don't have a job.
Right.
And it's amazing.
Classic.
Yeah. But I went up and I tried some jokes, got nothing, and I riffed the whole set after that. And there's a special thing because it's hell, it's hard, I'm sweating. But there's a special thing that comes out in comedy where the only thing that would work was honesty. Like if I was like, you are terrifying looking. Look at those teeth. Why do you have a neck tattoo? People are like, why do you? Yeah. I'm like, how do you get a job? Like, just going at it and your real thoughts and no more prepared material. It was a special thing. I said it at the end, like, this was great, guys. Like, I feel like we got it all out. We were completely real. If you thought it was funny, you laughed. If you didn't think it was funny, you didn't laugh.
Right. Interesting.
And that's the beauty of comedy.
Yeah, you never know quite what it's going to be. But
Right.
but that's the key to a good comic is figuring out what is going to work.
Right. But it's interesting that isn't always the case. You think, okay, be as honest as you can and say what you're thinking. Doesn't always work. But with these people, that's all they want.
Right. That's what's so amazing is that one audience can be so different from another audience in the
Yes.
same night at the same venue.
Right.
It's so interesting. And Jake Johansson, I guess, was talking about this one time where a lot of times we as comics judge audiences based on the best audience we've ever been in front of. Where you're like, you guys are dumb, this joke kills.
Right.
But they're different human beings, and they might be giving you the most they can give.
Yeah, we do that.
We base it on the best it's ever done.
That's so true.
This joke has fucking blown the roof off
Right,
before. How
right.
come you guys are just smiling?
Right.
Well, we're different people. I don't know. We don't think it's a different circumstance.
Yeah, no, it makes complete sense.
Very, very interesting.
It's a fickle
Oh, what's that?
fickle biz.
I'm not sure what that means.
It's always
cheap?
different. I think it's frugal.
Oh, frugal. I confuse
Fickle.
frugal and fickle.
Fickle is like I know what it means, but I'm trying to put my finger
Yeah, it's
on
hard
it.
to describe.
Yeah.
I was doing this with my nephew the other day. He's 5. He kept asking me what words mean.
Yeah.
It's very hard to describe them without. You just want to be like this. What are you, an idiot?
Right.
You don't know what opportunity means? I don't know.
That's a hard word to describe.
Yeah, he's like, "What's opportunity?" I'm like, I wouldn't know.
Your first instinct, you go, well, it's an opportunity.
Right,
You know?
exactly. So I hate children, but that's a side story,
Who doesn't?
right?
Oh, boy. Oh, how about this? L.A. went to the airport to fly to New Haven. Bobcat Goldthwait on my flight.
Goldthwait.
Is it Thwaite?
It's Thwaite.
Well, yeah. Bobcat. He was there.
Wow. Did you talk to him?
No.
You should have said I'm a comic.
You think?
Of course, he's a nice guy.
I know, but
you say I'm a comedian.
I was so ill at the time. I didn't know what to
Right.
do.
You don't want to give him chlorine.
H. pylori.
Pylori.
Yeah.
Dolores.
I even went to a health food store. I tried to cure it myself holistically.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't work.
That is bullshit.
Yeah.
That's H shit. Ooh, so is that line. But
H shit.
that line ate shit. So I go to this health food store and I've got like all the employees gathered around me. They're like, so what's going on? I was like, get in here, Greg, Billy, Tom, Susan. I got these spots here. I got a white tongue. I'm bloated. And they're all like, oh, you need some yeast this, and you need a little turmeric and a little, they give me all these spices, oregano, and try a little basil.
That's how you get the yeast infection.
Yeah, well, the yeast infection had 31 herbs and spices cooking with it.
Wow, 42 flavors.
Yeah, and so I was in my hotel room, and Joe Mackey, a friend of ours, came in the hotel, and he was just like, "What's going? What are you making? Chicken curry in here? What's going on?" I had everything in there.
Speaking of a bad combination of foods and spices, I had this happen last week. I was in Indianapolis, fine city here in America, and I was working at the old Crackers Comedy Club, nice club. And I woke up, and I was working with John again. Sometimes we're on different schedules. He's going to do radio in the morning, so he's sleeping late. He stays up late, whatever. So I'm up, and Adam, I'm like, we're supposed to get lunch. You know that thing where you're supposed to meet lunch, but the other person won't wake up? It's a whole thing.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
You're just starving.
Yeah.
So I get up, I do my morning meditation, I masturbate, I do a little yoga. That's all the same thing, basically.
Yeah.
And I go downstairs in the lobby, and they got chocolate chip cookies. Now, you know me. I'm a real sucker for a chocolate chip cookie.
You love a CCC.
That's my thing. So I just grabbed 11 chocolate chip cookies. I was
You
like,
counted 11.
I counted 11.
Wow.
Because I was like, I'll take 5, and then I'm like, well, I'll take 5 in each hand, and then I was like,
Right.
and one for good luck. I had the third fingers of carrying it.
Yes.
And I was like, I can just take these, and they're like, yeah, they're for people like in the morning, I think, but it's like 1 o'clock, so like, take all the cookies you want.
Okay.
So I take all the cookies. I eat 11 chocolate chip cookies, empty stomach. I'm working out. Finally, Tommy calls. He's like, we're going to lunch. We're meeting up with my other buddy. So I'm like, all right. We go to like a nice restaurant. Seasons, it's called. And everything is under 500 calories. It's a whole, it's like a
interesting.
fresh thing. So I got a piece of salmon. It's called cedar plank salmon. You ever hear of it?
Nah, I don't know.
They cook it on a cedar plank.
Ah,
Pretty cool.
good name.
Yeah. So I eat it. It's delicious. I'm like, this is the best piece of fish I've ever had. And I've been to Seattle, and I grew up in New England.
Do they give you a
piece of
side?
fish. Oh, yeah, some vegetables. I never
Okay.
eat vegetables.
Oh, I love a good veggie.
So I had some asparagus because I wanted to see if it makes you cum smell or your chits, whatever.
Your whiz yellow? Is
Yeah,
It? No,
I
wait,
think it
whiz is
smells.
always yellow. Yeah, it smells. Your whiz smells.
Well, your wish shouldn't always be yellow. That means you're dehydrated.
Ah, well, then I need a glass of water.
Should be clear.
Ah, jeez.
Yeah, you might have HIT,
Pylori.
whatever it's called. So anyways, I have the fish. So now I've had 11 cookies and a piece of fish.
Ugh.
Then we go get a cigar.
Oh.
And I love a cigar, so I get a bold cigar because I was like, I don't drink anymore. I need a good buzz. So
Yeah.
I get like a heavy, thick. What's it called? Bold, thick,
Bold, yeah. Rotund. No. What do you?
robusto,
Robust.
robust.
Yes.
So I get a big, thick, heavy cigar. I smoke. I got a good buzz on. I'm like, man, this is the best I've ever felt.
So let's do a count here.
Watching the Masters.
Right now in your stomach, you've got a ton of chocolate, cookie dough, fish, and now you're smoking the fish.
I'm smoked fish.
The fish is being smoked inside
I got
you.
a smoked salmon. We get up. I'm like, boy, I got a hell of a buzz on. I feel good. And then I'm like, I go outside and I'm like, I feel a little queasy. Now we're going to the gym.
Oh, boy.
Now I'm going to work out my smoked cedar planked salmon and chocolate chip cookies. But I thought fish and chips is a thing. Why not fish and cookies? You know?
It's chocolate chips.
Yeah.
Fish and
why
chocolate
not?
chips.
So we go to the gym and I'm like, man, I don't think I can work out. And Tommy's like, I'm not feeling great either. So I was like, let's just steam.
Yes.
So I go in for a steam. I steam it all. Now I got cookie dough, chocolate, fish, a cigar, and I'm steaming everything. We're in the steam room for about 15 minutes. There's 4 gay guys, which I found out that steam room is like a gay meeting place.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
That's common gay.
Yeah, I didn't. Oh, I'm not common gay. I'm common straight, bro.
All right. Well, I read the newsletters.
So I go in there, and they're all a bunch of queers. They see Tommy and I. Tommy's a very handsome man. I like to
Good-looking guy.
think I'm I'm no,
Slouch.
I don't have. I slouch quite a bit,
That's
actually.
true, you do.
I don't have H plural though.
H&R Block, it's over.
I walk in there.
What is Tommy doing shirtless, by the way? Is he all right?
He looks great now.
Really?
It used to be a bad scene.
Yeah, I could see he was shaped like a Christmas tree.
Oh, he's not gonna like that.
Oh, he used to be. I'm
Yeah.
saying the 80s.
No, he looks great now.
All right.
He looks great. I think I look great.
You look good.
We look great.
Those Ultimate Warrior pics, you look hot.
No, I'm slouching in that, starting to look bad.
Well,
you
you're on a
should see me
couch. You're
flex.
sitting on a couch.
You got to see me flex.
All right,
I'm chiseled.
Really?
Yeah, there could be girls listening to this.
All right.
All right.
I'm
so
saying you
anyways,
look good.
So I look great. We go in there. There's these homos staring at us. I usually like to go in there and meditate in the steam room with my eyes closed.
I love
I
it.
had to have one eye open because at one point I'm doing my meditation. I look over, and the guy is just staring at me. He's
Oh,
sitting
boy.
next to me with his head turned, just staring.
Hopefully it's not the brown eye.
It's creepy now.
Oh,
It made me
wow.
stare into that. So
Are they nude?
We're all nude.
No towel?
Well, they're wearing towels,
All
of
right,
course,
well,
but
that's
you know,
not nude.
it breaks open a little
That's
bit.
true, it breaks.
Towel's nude. What are you, crazy?
No, towel's not nude.
Towel is nude.
No, nude is nude.
Naked is nude.
Naked is nude.
Frank Santarelli used to do a great joke. He goes, the difference between those two words, he's like this: get out of here, I'm naked, and then come in here, I'm nude.
Oh, that's funny.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So anyways, we're in there with the homos, and I get up and I'm like, hey, man, I got to take a break, and I get competitive in a steam room, too. I want to outlast everybody.
Oh, I get like that too.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't care if this guy, I can't breathe or see, but I'm
Yeah.
outlasting this piece of shit.
We shouldn't steam together, we'll die.
No, I know. And then I'm like, this guy actually might be dead already. So I get
Right.
the hell out of there. I leave, and I'm like, oh, boy, my tummy's not feeling good. I'm like, maybe I didn't steam it enough. So I'm like, I'm going to go back in there.
Wow.
We go back in for round 2.
You're
The,
steaming the fish.
the guys are making out in there, and so I'm sitting there. I'm trying to meditate with one eye open. Finally, I go to Tommy. I'm like, I think I got a shit. I got to
Yeah.
go take a shit. I walk 6 steps to the stall. It hits me. Ha! I throw up everywhere.
Wow.
I'm sweating because I'm in the steam room for 20 minutes. So I'm pouring sweat, and when I
Yeah.
bend over, the towel comes loose. I'm not a good towel tire. May
Oh,
I say.
yeah?
The
You're-
towel comes off.
You're
I
a
get
bit of
down.
a tease with a towel.
Am I?
Yeah, it always comes off.
Ooh. So I get down there. Now I'm on my hands and knees at a LA Fitness in Indianapolis on the dirty ass floor, completely nude and vomiting.
Wow.
And looking at yourself vomiting when you're naked is a sad sight.
My
My
muscles are convulsing. And
convulsing, my dick's crooked, has a thumbprint in it, it's
Yeah.
covered in braille. I'm just vomiting, and I can see the food. I can see the salmon. It's swimming in the toilet.
Ah.
And I haven't thrown up in 5 years.
Right, right.
Since I quit drinking, at least.
It's quite an experience. It's almost an out of body, literally.
Yeah, it's strange when you throw up not from a hangover
Right,
or food poisoning.
right.
I literally just ate so poorly that my stomach was like, "You're doing it wrong.
Yes.
Get out of here.
Get it out.
And there's I just see feet everywhere. There's like flip flops everywhere, being like, "You all right in there, partner?" Because it's
no.
like Midwest, and they're like, "You okay there,
Oh, the
pally?"
gays are very nice.
Yeah. So I got my asshole in the air, and the stall's not even locked. It's just like open ajar, so anyone can just look in there and see my asshole. And
Again, what
bag.
a tease.
So I threw up in there, and for a while, and then so finally I come out, and I got puke everywhere. I got to brush my teeth. and
Yeah.
Tommy's like, "You all right?" And I'm like, "I just threw up everywhere." And then he's immediately like, Tommy's a great friend, but immediately he's like, "Boy, am I gonna get sick? I had the
Right,
same thing.
right,
I got
yeah.
the fish." I'm like, "Look, I am sick."
Everyone does that, yeah.
Yeah. So I think I had a little bout of, but afterwards I felt good. I was like, you know what? I'm kind of into bulimia. I think I
Right,
can get into
yeah.
this. I feel great. I feel like my stomach looked ripped. And I
Uh-huh.
was starving right afterwards.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, bulimic, not so bad.
Was it chocolatey as well?
I didn't see any chocolate. I just saw pink, and like I had roasted potatoes. I could see the skins floating around in there.
yes.
You can see what you ate.
It's weird, right?
It's amazing, yeah.
that
so
was inside you.
I hadn't puked in quite a while, but it was quite a thrill.
Yeah. I hate puking. I've puked many a times off booze, and I'm the guy laying on the floor praying to God, like next to the toilet, like, please let this be the last one, you know?
Yeah, that's why I quit. I just getting too sick all the time.
Yeah.
It's a weird feeling. One time I got food poisoning. We went and saw Dane Cook. This is years ago, 2001, before I had opened for him, actually.
Uh-huh.
And I got food poisoning in the show. And Dane used to do a bit about it, how when you're throwing up, even at its worst, it's kind of fun. You're like, this is, part of you is like, this is kind of funny. And he's like, you're like a dragon, and he does a whole act out. He used to get up on the stool and do like a handstand, like he's throwing up, and put his feet up on the
Oh,
thing.
wow.
There's a picture in his album cover where he's doing it. He's upside down on the stool.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's
That's
wild.
Not easy to do.
He's like, I'm a dragon. I'm a vomit-breathing dragon. So I was throwing up in the bathroom at the Comedy Connection in Boston. I couldn't make it to the sink, so I tried to cup my hands
Uh-huh.
to throw up my hands, and it hit the circular, the rhombus of my hands, and splattered all over this guy.
Oh.
There was a nightclub next door, so this guy just got out. He's like wearing a sweater. He's all dressed up. I puke all over him.
Oh, my God.
And he hates me. He's like, this drunk faggot, fucking you piece of shit. And I'm like, I
course.
swear to God, I'm sick. I'm not drunk. I
Yeah.
got food poisoning. So I go into the stall, and I'm thrown up in the stall. And I hear the guy come back in.
Uh-oh.
And he's talking to his buddy. He's like, I'm going to beat the shit out of this fucking asshole.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, he's like, I didn't know if he knew I was in there, but I was so sick that I was like, I got to get out of here. I'm just
Yeah.
going to face it. You know when you're so sick or down that you're like, I don't care what happens. I'll get beat up. I just got to get out of here.
I've been there.
So I walked out of the bathroom. I'm all white, and I'm like, "Hey, dude, I'm so sorry. If you got to beat me up, beat me up." I'm like, I felt like I was gonna die.
Yeah.
I feel like I had the fucking chlamydia, whatever.
The H. Chlamyd.
So I came out, and he actually was pretty nice. He's like, it's all right. No sweat, bro. He was like a bro, you
Yeah.
know. And I was like, I'm really sorry. But
Yeah.
then my buddy Derek got Dane Cook to sign my ticket. He's
Oh,
like, He's
wow.
like, my buddy Joe missed the whole show, and Dane Cook wrote, "Joey, you're a dragon."
Wow.
He was that quick on his feet.
Yeah.
Dane Cook.
Look at that.
Pretty good. So I still have the ticket. And then like 2 years later, I opened for him.
And you got to be like, I'm the guy. I'm the
At the same
dragon.
venue. The Dragon.
Wow. Yeah, the food poisoning might be the worst thing on the planet. Like, you're laying there like, just let me die. This is too much.
Crazy. You're poisoned by food.
Yeah, and your butt's leaking, your mouth's leaking, your nose is running, your eyes are watered, you're pissing.
But do you not have the thing that's kind of fun about it when you're throwing up and then shitting? You're like, this is hilarious.
Nah, I don't have that.
There's shit dripping out of your asshole while you got to keep switching back and forth.
I don't know. I'm in so much pain when I'm puking. I get that chest pain, that knife in the chest.
Yeah.
I just can't get into it.
But afterwards, it feels good. It's
After
like being
I feel
high.
good,
You
yeah.
get that sweat, you brush your teeth, and you're like, whew, it's invigorating.
The after I like, yeah.
Yeah. So you're not going to go bulimic anytime soon.
Nah, not on purpose.
I'm thinking about it.
thinking about it.
Yeah, it could be fun.
Maybe I have put on some weight. Maybe I should.
No, you look great.
All right.
You don't look like Vancouver last year.
Ugh.
You were real thick back then.
Yeah, I was drinking a lot.
I got that picture of you.
That picture haunts me every day.
How great's my bedroom, though? It's all
Great.
dressed up. It's like a green room.
It's great. I love the pictures. I love the lanyards hanging.
I got a bunch of lanyards. I got a Letterman framed and matted from '82.
You have some great magazines on your wall. The Bill Cosby.
I got a Cosby, and that one's signed.
How'd you get that? eBay?
eBay.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm currently getting ripped off by eBay.
Yeah,
I ordered
don't
my
do that.
This is a bad feeling. My girlfriend's birthday is tomorrow. Or Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I bought her this real nice gift. I got her. She loves Kate Moss, the model.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
She loves Banksy. There's a Banksy painting of Kate Moss,
Perfect gift.
like Warhol style. I get it from England to eBay. I'm like, mail this thing to my house. I'm gonna be a hero. I'm gonna be getting blowjobs galore.
Right.
And that was like 3 weeks ago. Hasn't come.
Yeah, overseas. You never know.
eBay.
Yeah, there you go.
So I think I got fucked. I don't know.
You never know.
Never know.
But I am sleeping on your bed, and it's weird because I feel like an assassin. Like it's like Sean Donnelly's joke. You know,
Right.
I'm living out of a suitcase. You got a weird Indian guy in the other room. I'm avoiding him. I'm doing tumble rolls and shoulder rolls through the kitchen, trying to avoid everybody because I feel like such a burden. I hate being in your home because I just feel, I like the home. I just hate being that guy.
Right.
I brought my own soap. I bought toilet paper the other day. I'm trying to be their good roommate.
You're a good guy. I did it. I feel that way, and I lived there for years because when it's hard moving into an apartment that other people have already established living at.
There's little politics in there already.
Yes, you feel like a visitor.
Right.
And this guy, my roommate, we've talked about him before. He's 50 years old. He's Indian. He's got a limp. He hates pants.
Right.
And
He does hate pants.
his daughter is staying there. She's like 13 years old. So there's
Yeah.
a 13-year-old Indian girl just staying, and we're all jerking off, smoking
Right,
weed,
right.
fucking each other in the ass, and there's just a teenager in there.
Yeah.
And then he's sleeping in the living room. So if you have to get up to piss, like I do, you got to walk by him.
Yeah.
He's just laying there, like
Yes.
it's a very bizarre situation.
Very bizarre. Nice guy, though.
Super nice guy. He's very zen and sweet guy. He's been dealt a couple of bad hands, but
Yeah. You can't have kids. That's on him.
yeah,
Oh, boy. But you got the best shower in Queens.
great shower.
And what's cool is your apartment's like kind of legendary. Like 8,000 comedians have lived there in the past 10 years.
yeah,
And so I was at a show last night with Jesse Joyce, and he said, I got a car. I said, I'm staying at Joe List. He goes, oh, Dan Allen used to live there. I know exactly where it is. Brought
Right.
me right over.
yeah. And there's that show right next to it, Restaurant.
Yes.
One of the worst names for a business of all time.
It's not. I don't think it's doing well.
It's a nice bar, wine
bar.
and cheese bar, and they named it Restaurant,
Yeah.
but French like restaurant.
Restaurant.
Yeah, it's real embarrassing.
Brian.
Right.
Oh shit! I had something else I wanted to say, and I lost it because he told me how bad that name is.
Which name?
Oh, restaurant.
Oh,
All right. And I was like, yeah, that is a bad name, and then I forgot, but I got it. So I slept out. I got a little sloppy and slept out the other night. I'll tell you, I had to find my way back to your apartment at 10 a.m. in the rain.
Yeah.
I slept at somebody's house on 145th Street.
Wow.
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
colored girl, eh?
Who said it was a girl?
Okay.
So then took the trip all the way down to 42nd, which is like 8 days. I felt like Lewis and Clark. I was like, Jesus, where am I?
You gotta take an express.
Yeah, well, so I took the train all the way down. Then I jump on the end, get to Queens. I have no idea where you live, and I'm up so early. I'm hungover. I'm foggy. I'm like, where the fuck does this guy live? I'm texting you. What's your address? I text Cantor. What's your address? Because your roommate. I don't text Pat. That felt weird.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Scary man.
no one's responding. I think it was you guys were just asleep. It was so early, and I just had to wing it, and I felt it. It was the first time I realized, I'm kind of alone now. This is it.
Right.
And I just took a stab. I was like, this might be, and I'm doing all this math in my head, like this might be the stop. Maybe lives on it. So I just get off on a stop, and I'm just kind of letting my direction guide me. You know,
right.
Have I seen this? Is this something? And it's raining, and I'm like, I gotta.
Yeah, you're like Moses.
Yeah, it was quite an ordeal. It was like a Paul Thomas Anderson movie, you know?
Right.
There's frogs falling down, Seymour Hoffman's there, and I just see something. I'm like, I'll turn around. I went the other way. And now I'm like, man, this feels right. I'm just going off of vibes and feelings. It was crazy. And
Wow.
the rain, I'm soaking wet. I get to a street. I take a right. It's like, this feels okay. It's like I had one of those sticks, you know, like with the two handles. You ever seen that?
No, what's the sticks?
It used to be a cartoon thing, like like Bugs Bunny be like, "Where's my carrots?" And he would pick up a stick with two handles at a point.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, yeah. So and then I just kept walking, and I found the house. It was so
Wow.
weird. Yeah, it
Wow.
took like 45 minutes, but I found it.
You put Jesus in the driver's seat.
I think so.
Yeah, Jesus drove you there.
Oh yeah, thank you, Jesus.
Nice guy.
Good egg.
Not bad.
Great body.
Right.
Yeah. So found the house, and then it's funny. I was soaking wet. I take my clothes off. I get in your bed. By the way, I walk past Jay, and he's like, "What the hell are you doing here now?" Because he was getting
boy.
ready for work.
Yeah, yeah. It's always awkward.
I walk in, he was doing lunges.
No.
Well, I don't know if he was doing them on purpose, but maybe he slipped.
He might have slipped.
But he was.
It can get slippery in there with all the hummus and the whatever.
Yeah, his butt was like an inch from the floor, and he was lifting himself.
Wow.
So he had boxers on. He was putting his pants on. He's like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" I was like, "Don't ask." And
He's always got boxes on. that
yeah.
guy.
I laid down in your bed. I get a text from you. Here's my address. It was like a funny moment.
Right, right.
Yeah.
You've been there so many times.
I know, but Queens, those streets are all the same. It's all the brick and the
It's
36,
hyphenated.
35, 29. Yeah, the hyphens.
Yeah, my addresses. Here are my addresses in. Well, I can't give my current address now. These girls may be showing up with their panties off. you know.
Yeah, well, I'll be there.
But I've had 2039 41st Street, 3639 35th Street, and then I had 2141 44th Street.
Jeez,
I mean, isn't that crazy?
well, thanks for that. Now I don't know where the hell you live.
And then I also had 327 127th Street.
Ah, right.
Is that insane?
That is wild. A
Yeah.
lot of 20s and 7s and 6s.
So you used to be a Ludlow guy. That's nice.
Yeah, love a Ludlow.
Ludlow, easy to remember.
Yeah, but I now know that trip helped me, and I felt like Noah.
Easy to find.
Yes.
I forgot to talk about this when I was in Hartford. I saw Bill Belichick. Now, do you know who Bill
Oh,
Belichick
yeah,
is?
the coach.
Football coach.
One of the best.
My opinion, the greatest coach of all time. The guy's
Really?
won 5 Super Bowls, 3 as
What
a head
about
coach.
Ditka?
Ditka, what did he win? 1 Super Bowl, that guy? Give
I
me
don't
a
know.
break.
It's a
Nice
good-
mustache. Sorry, you got to win multiple.
Isn't there a butt kiss?
That's a linebacker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. And that's also a sex move you can pull in
Oh,
the
yeah.
steam room.
It's called the wet salmon.
So Cedar Plank. So, anyways, Bill Belichick, great coach, and he's won Super Bowls when they designed the league not to have a dynasty. So he's just a winner.
Wow.
One year Tom Brady went down, they still won 11 games. Anyways,
Jeez.
great coach. I'm walking with Scott Schindlinger, great guy.
Schlesinger.
Schindlinger.
Schlesinger.
No, you're thinking of the girl.
Oh, Eliza.
Yeah.
No
I didn't work
way.
with her.
Schindler's List?
Scott Schindlinger.
Okay.
Like a fart.
Oh, yeah. His shit is lingering.
Yes. So, did you have to? That was embarrassing. So anyways,
Telling me.
we're walking. He's not a sports fan. I see Bill Belichick. My heart starts beating. I'm sweating.
Wow.
I look like you when you were sick.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, I can't believe this is Bill Belichick. And he's like, who? What? Who is this? And I'm like, we gotta say something. And I'm like preparing a speech in my head. I'm like, I was gonna be like, hey, coach, thanks for the memories. And
that's
something
good.
Gay,
That's not bad.
That's pretty embarrassing.
That's what I said to Bobcat.
I was gonna say something. I was like, this is gonna be big. And I was like, don't rehearse. Just say
let
a
it
thing.
happen.
It's gonna be big. And he's there with his wife, who's hot.
Oh, yeah.
And a smoke show, as they say.
Yes.
So not to be confused with the smoked salmon.
By the way, your nickname would have been Smoke Show if you nailed that BBQ commercial.
Oh, that would have been a nice nickname.
Smoke Show. Hey, here comes Smoke Show. Smoke Show.
Maybe I'll cancel. I would love to be called Smoke Show.
Well, maybe we can start it.
Let's work on
That's
it.
the name of this episode, by the way.
Oh, good idea. Smoke Show.
I had Fickle, but that's out.
Fickle's no good. I like
Fickle's no
cedar
good.
plank salmon
That's not bad.
and H diarrhea.
Calori.
So I'm waiting there. He's talking to the valet guy, and I'm like, God damn it, the valet guy's fucking up my shit.
Yeah.
The longer I wait, the more I'm gonna fuck it up. You know what I mean? It's like asking a girl on a date.
By the way, the one perk of being a valet guy, you get to talk to Belichick
Yeah, I guess.
or whoever.
Yeah, in Hartford,
Bobcat.
that's the only celebrity you're getting, I think.
Yeah, maybe Angela Lansbury.
Did she live there?
I think I might have heard that.
I gotta be honest, I don't know who that is.
Murder,
She's
She
Murder,
Wrote.
She Wrote,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I thought so. I think Katharine Hepburn used to live in, what's the other one there?
New Haven?
Old Saybrook.
Oh, jeez, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, no, you didn't. Which I also got herpes in Old Saybrook.
Ah, so
Yeah.
did she. From her?
Not from Katharine Hepburn, no.
A great Dana Carvey joke. This is my impression of Katharine Hepburn starting a car on a cold day.
That's a great joke.
Well, I was young.
I didn't even get it.
Do you know her voice? She has a wacky voice, like she's got some
Vaguely.
disease.
That sounds like Jimmy Stewart. I don't
Maybe
know.
maybe that was the impression. Jeez.
I don't know where he lives.
Google Dana Carvey. He does it better.
Yep. So anyways.
Funny guy.
I got herpes in Old Saybrook on a playground.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, I think I told that one before.
Very,
Maybe not here though.
Like a metaphor.
I had sex with a girl who was 4'9" on a playground at 3 a.m.
That's a bad silhouette.
So for any distance, it looked like I was fucking a child.
Right.
And I would have been better off fucking a child. I would have got out of jail in 10 years. I got herpes forever.
Ah, good point.
It's bad news, yeah. You probably don't get out in 10 years, though, for fucking a child.
Well, you know what's interesting? These pedophiles, they go to jail for fucking kids. They get out, they fuck kids again.
Do they get out?
Oh, yeah.
They shouldn't be allowed to get out.
People
I
get
don't wanna-
out.
I don't want to get all conservative here, but...
Also interesting about pedophiles, the prisoners fuck with them.
Right.
You know, they're like murderers, like, you're a pedo, what are you, a sicko? And like, you murdered a family. You
Right.
know? But that's a whole other podcast.
Right. We're going to record after this.
We're going
Coming Wednesdays with pedophiles being fucked.
Live at Rikers.
So anyways, I'm telling two stories at once here, but I saw Bill Belichick
He gave you herpes.
with herpes.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
I saw him. He was on a playground.
Uh-huh.
We were on the teeter-totter together. And finally the valet guy walks away, and I go, hey, coach. And he says nothing. He just stares at me, and I'm shaking. I'm like, hey, coach.
He stares?
Yeah, he just stared, and his wife waved like, hey, like I was like a retarded boy. And she was like, I get it. You like us. And then Belichick said 0 things.
That's odd.
And I walked away, and Schindlinger was like, that was horrible. You blew it. And I was like, that was the worst.
Oof.
I couldn't even talk. I felt embarrassed.
Nothing. Hey, coach, thanks. You're
I
the best.
I ran out of things to
love
say.
ya.
I felt too weird because if it's an email or something, you're like, hey, coach, you've meant a lot.
Right,
But just
right.
one-on-one, just me and another man. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't be like, thank you. It's
Right.
too weird.
That
So I
is
just
a
said
little
hi
freaky. Yeah.
and waved, and then his wife waved back. So I had a moment with his wife.
All right.
But I think he's not a friendly guy.
I could see that.
Anyways, so
Anyway.
I'm fucking a girl on a playground, and
Yeah.
she told me she had herpes, but I went through with it anyways.
Wow.
Sure enough, I got herpes.
Is that right?
Yeah, because when you're naked and you're about to
Yeah.
have sex, it's hard to, you know what I mean?
You're riled up.
She could say she had a Japanese fly trap in her vagina, and I'd be like, whatever.
Yeah, I'll water it.
Yeah, just, but anyways.
Yeah. Oh, feed me, Seymour. Yeah. That is tough. Yeah, it's true, man. When you're in that zone, it is hard to say no.
Yeah, sex is,
Women can do it.
Yeah, they can.
The phone could ring, and they're like, I got to take this. I'm
Right.
like, I'm in your asshole. What are you doing?
Do you have this problem? All I've ever thought about my whole life is sex, and then when I'm having sex, I'm thinking about other stuff.
No, I don't have that.
I have it bad.
I'm involved.
I almost failed out of high school because I couldn't think about anything but sex. Then when I'm having it, I'm like, did I fill the Brita?
Right.
Like, I gotta email my mother.
I think that makes you good in bed because you're not thinking about it. Because me, I'm like, is she okay with this? Is this the right position? How's this going? She's never going to orgasm. How long have I been doing this? Am I sweating? Am my balls stink?
Right.
But you're not thinking about it, so you're probably just freewheeling.
I'm glad you think I'm good in bed, buddy. That means a lot to me.
I've read the newsletter.
The gay one?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see.
well, wet tuna.
I love sex. I
Ah,
love it. I
it's
get
a
in
good
there
time.
and I want to get nasty. I want it all in my face and in my eyes and in my eyebrows, and I'd like to be picking vagina fluids out of my face
Yes.
for days.
Do you ever have the choke?
What's that mean?
You doing the choking?
Oh no, I don't like that. I don't like any pain.
I don't like pain either. I don't get it.
Choking, pinching, scratching. I've had girls grab my balls and I'm like, what are you fucking high?
Ugh.
I like to squeeze a vagina lip or
that's fun.
a clit. Is it called a clit?
That's what they call it.
I like to give a little, like a polite squeeze on that, or the
little
nipple.
pressure.
Yeah, some pressure.
I like doing one of these.
Oh, on the vagina lips.
Yeah.
Oh, I get all in there during sex. I like to use both thumbs and grab the lips and massage them.
I see. You're freewheeling.
I'm throwing body parts everywhere. I'll get a toe involved.
I get too weird because anytime she can see me, I'm not happy.
Yeah, it's
I like to
bizarre.
hide.
I like her to have her eyes closed.
Yes, if I'm going down on you, I want the legs up and you away.
Nobody's looking. Yeah,
No one's
blindfold, duct tape, whatever it is.
Let me get to work. You
Yeah.
go to bed.
Yeah, I like to have her hanging off the back of the slide, and then I'm up on the swing set.
Yeah, that's pretty specific.
Yeah. Well, that's how you get herpes.
There you go, the tilt-a-whirl.
Well, I think we better wrap this one up here,
Yeah,
buddy boy.
wow, we blew through this hour.
We're pushing it, yeah.
Yeah, all right, well, geez. Check us out on the Facebook page. Hit us up on Twitter. Call in. We love you. The Chipotle means a lot. We got a couple live dates coming up. We're doing some clubs.
Yeah, well, this is going to come out Monday. So this weekend, I'm recording my new album at Go Bananas in Cincinnati. Some of you have already, one of you has already tweeted that you got tickets. But if you're in the area, come out. I need some fans at the album recording. So come down. If you're in Dayton or wherever the fuck, or Kentucky, come up to Cincinnati.
Right.
Go Bananas this weekend. I'm with my buddy Tom Dustin. And
nice.
This is my album, so I got to make a big push here.
Big
I
push.
got nothing going here.
And folks, the club is great, and I can say I've seen the new Hour. It's killer. You're gonna love it.
Hour, easy.
And the new 41. It's killer. You're gonna love it.
36.
Great.
I'll be doing a tight 36.
34 with crowd work, but it is a doozy. I'll tell you.
I'm gonna really bring the heat for a half an hour, and then I'm gonna take names and questions.
But the laughs are gonna be long, so I think it'll push it.
Only if you come will they be long.
Come, people. That's what she yells. Now, I'm doing some clubs, too. Check out my website. I got the calendar up there. We need you. Album's already in the can, but I appreciate everyone who came out to that. And hit us on the email.
Comedians buying coffee. What is it called?
Getting
Tuesdays.
cars. Oh, yeah.
Tuesdays with stories at Gmail. Send us something nice. If you have something negative, keep it to yourself. And come on, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And the Chipotle. Thanks for listening. All that shit. Maybe tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
That would be a fun thing to
Yes.
do. You probably haven't talked to your friends in a while. Tell them, if you got a friend that hasn't listened to the show, say, hey, listen to the show. It's a lot of fun. It's an hour. It's nothing. It's free.
It's a good icebreaker if you haven't talked to him. And you could do the gay double earbud thing. You put one in your ear, he puts it in his.
Oh, yeah. Earbuds, or as I like to call them, Q-tips. All right, we got to go, everybody.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah, earwax.
Tuesday.